Welcome to another edition of Grilling with Jay. And today is Tuesgiving, which for us is our third annual time doing this. Why Tuesgiving? Well, because my wonderful wife and I, we both have to work on Thursday. We don't get to celebrate Thanksgiving like everybody else because, well, our employers demand it. So we have Tuesday off, and therefore we have Tuesgiving. So today, for the first time, I am going to be videoing roasted duck or smoked duck. Basically, I'm going to cook in indirect heat, duck, and I've already got it marinated. As I got tons of stuff that my wife put together in it, and I stuffed it full of crap. Put on some of my rub a little bit here and there, and we'll see how that goes. What I'm basically going to do here is I already kind of got the setup here. As you can see, I got the minion part going here, so move the grill slats over there and stick that stuff down there. And it's just about time to get this action going. So welcome aboard the crazy train here. It's Tuesgiving time. Okay, so here we are getting ready to light the grill. Okay. Now I've divided this into 3 segments here. Okay, it's going to start here with a little bit of lighter fluid to get the coals going. And then the fire is going to work its way up, down, around, and back up again here. And I got a few chunks of wood to help it along here. And I'm just going to light these few coals right up here. In fact, let's see, I think I got a few too many. I'll just work with what I got here. And I'm just going to get the first few layers of coals wet with lighter fluid, and then I'm going to get this started here, and that way I have a constant heat source through the cook here. But we'll see when we get going here and see how this all works out, because this is all experimentation to me here. The last time I cooked up a duck in a grill, I didn't exactly, I used my other grill Bob, and I had a little bit more room for the minion thing here. This thing, the firebox is a little different here, so well, we'll see how this works out. So, I know a lot of people don't like using lighter fluid, but in this case, it works out great. Soak down the few straight coals. Bam. Now, I use aluminum foil to separate the sides. A little bit of origami action. And there we go. Boom. The fire is lit, and Grilling with Jay begins now. Woohoo! And back to Grilling with Jay. As you can see here, I've got the first set of coals lit. I've got a series of pieces of wood strategically placed to kind of keep the temperatures up. And once my temperature gets up to place, I'll put the duck on the grill, and we'll start going with the roasted duck. So, signing off, and see you at the next stop. Hey, here we are with Grilling with Jay, and I'm getting ready to put the duck on there. Now, this duck we could not spatchcock because the spine is so thick it makes up the majority of the bird, so we couldn't do what we usually do with chicken. But I've got it stuffed with mandarins and onions. I've got a little bit of rub on there. And I've got this glaze that my wife made up with cranberry and orange sauce and a little bit of this and that and something. You know what I mean. And so this is definitely going to be going on the grill. But I'm going to need a drip pan underneath that. And so instead of using a drip pan, what we're going to use is I'm going to use the casserole dish with the stuffing. Okay, and I'm going to be carefully doing this without knocking everything over. Ka-choo. Thank you very much. And I got my wife helping me here. So I'm going to move the grill slots aside here. Put this baby right in here. It's all nice and neat. Move the grill rack back. And now it's time to insert the bird into the grill and hopefully not kill everything. Yay, bird. Boom. Yay. See, nothing clean about this at all. Okay, so I'm going to close the grill with my big dirty greasy hands. I'll wipe that off later. Let's try and get that temperature up. And bam, we are grilling with Jay. So we're back with Grilling with Jay. And it's been a little close to about 45 minutes. And well, I put plenty of wood on there, and as you notice, it's all burned up. It's all coal now, and it's running at 425 degrees, and it was running at over 500 degrees. Whoa. But I was sitting inside watching Bigfoot videos and taking it easy, when in fact I should have been paying attention to this. My bird temperature at the moment is 145, so I'm actually going to 165, 170, but for now that'll have to work. And if you notice there, fortunately for me, that caramelized glaze plus all the olive oil spray I put on there earlier has kept the chicken from getting too burned, at least on the skin, and those onions are starting to look good, and you know, I think the orange inside is doing just fine. And of course, as you can see, all the drippings are collecting down in the pan below, which we will add to the stuffing. So let this cool off a little bit here, and I'll close it down, and that'll rise right back up, no problem. And there it goes. And I'm just trying to slow down the cooking temperature, slow down the cooking time right now a little bit. You know, see, it's cooking. You know, usually if you're looking, you're not cooking, but well, in this case, looking is cooking. At least at that high temperature. But there we go, we're in business. Oh, Grilling with Jay. Tuesgiving. Woo-hoo. Back to Grilling with Jay, and here we are, sadly actually at the final moments. This has been a good cook, but unfortunately it was a quick cook. It only took close to an hour, and this thing got up to 550 degrees. It was pretty smoking hot, maybe okay, more like 475 over here, but I was roasting the hell out of this duck. Low and slow went right out the damn window because the whole damn thing caught up, and you know, mega torch inside, and that's what you get for not paying attention to your cooking fire. Okay, you got to pay attention to your heat source when you're grilling. And I just sort of slacked off and treated it like everything else, and blah 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 blah, and just go watch stupid documentaries on YouTube and fool around with my wife and not paying attention to what I'm really doing here, and that's the duck. Fortunately, that huge glaze that I put on there caramelized and protected the duck. It's now at 170 degrees. I got to pull the duck off now, because you can tell it's still cooking at 400 damn degrees, which is more like probably 325, 330, 340 over here someplace. I figure, and voila, the duck. Quack. So I'm gonna use a big ass spatula. Take it to the back. What the hell is the bird? Try to avoid dropping it like I dropped the. And there we go. Voila. The piece de resistance. Quack. And underneath it, because it's been cooking just as long too, is the other piece de resistance, which is that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this bird in aluminum foil and let it rest for 15 minutes, let the juices soak itself up and stuff, and that way, you know, while my wife's stuff is cooking, because she's still got green bean casserole going, boom, we're going to be okay. So, are you all set on your casserole, dear?
Let me see. I'm ready for timer now. Should be just a minute, 10. Yeah, I'm almost done.
Okay, so all I gotta do is wrap the bird, let it rest for 15 minutes, cut it up, and we're having Tuesgiving meal. I'll see you at the dinner table. Grilling with Jay. Tuesgiving episode. So here we are in the kitchen. We've got our stuffing here that's been mixed up with the drippings that have been dripping on it during the course of the cook. Let's see, what does Simon say? Well, Simon says close to 4, and I started this at 2:25, so, well, I'm happy. So we got the stuffing here. We got the duck there. We got green bean casserole there. And so while we're checking it out here, we're going to have a great time. Now, how about them Giants? You notice the Giants are asking for Mike Giancarlo Stanton. Okay, a.k.a. Mike. He goes by the name Giancarlo now because he's so cool. But he's a damn good hitter, and he's the National League Rookie of the Year, dear?
MVP.
MVP. So, we could definitely use a guy like that on the San Francisco Giants. But the fact is, he's got a how much money contract, dear?
$295 million, though we'd have to pick up most of it.
You hear that? And do you think the San Francisco Giants investment group is going to want to pick up nearly $300 million in debt? I don't know. We'll see. But this guy might be worth it. It's a 10-year contract, and if this guy hits, we got him for 10 years. Of course, that means he actually has to try. We had this issue with another guy named Carlos Beltran, and he didn't exactly produce. He just took it easy and was all lackadaisical. And, Barry Zito kind of did the same thing for us when he got his mega deal and didn't wait until the very last part of the season to finally turn it on. So we'll see what happens. But baseball aside, we're here for food. And so here we go. We've got, dinner rolls made by my wife with her hands out of just nothing but ingredients. Yum, yum, yum. And then her wonderful glaze that protected the duck was going to go great on those. They're going to go great in my belly here. And somewhere over here, oh yeah, there it is. See, I forgot to include this. The pumpkin pie. Tweet, tweet, tweet. And that will be awesome. Look at that. Yummy good. Pumpkin pie. So, y'all have a happy Tuesgiving. We're doing good here. See you next time on Grilling with Jay.